Hey, I'm Kenny,
I'm Davina.
and welcome to the Bookers Unfiltered.
Unfiltered.
So, a little bit about us before we begin. I am a day trader. I am into learning about myself and growing in my mindset, and I am a active duty military personnel. I'm in the Navy, been in the Navy for 17 and a half years.
Woohoo, go Navy. So I am a life insurance agent, and what I love about what I do, I help families with life insurance, final expense, whole life policies, and term policies. So,
All right, so we've been married for 18 years. I've been together for 25.
yeah,
I was a little trigger shy.
yes, it
And,
was.
and, thank you. And we still moving strong, still growing.
We are still growing. So, you probably want to, think about like 18 years of marriage, 25 years being together. What does that look like?
It
Like,
look like this.
it looks like this, but
It ain't always the pretty picture.
it's not always a pretty picture.
Hey,
So,
but we got two boys out of the deal,
mm-hmm,
right? So that's some plus that came with. There's a lot of pluses that came
a
with
lot
it.
of
But
pluses.
we do have two boys. Our oldest is 20, about to be 21 in a couple weeks. A rising senior in college. Our youngest is a rising junior in high school. He's into basketball.
And he's pretty good at it too.
And they're
Growing
growing to be great young men
and flourishing and
yeah.
being
Real proud of those
Booker
dudes.
boys.
Yeah, indeed. And so today's topic, what we're going to talk about, we're getting right into it today. We're talking about marriage, right? We've been married for 18 years, as we said, but there were times throughout our marriage where it wasn't all good. And so the question is, when did you ever feel like, why did you feel like you wanted to break up at any point in our marriage? And why are we still together? What are the reasons why we're still together for you?
For me, why did I feel like I wanted to break up
Yeah,
while
and
we
at different times, because it happened a couple times throughout.
So just a short, quick backstory. So we got together when I was 21 and you were 22. So can you imagine 21, 22 thinking that they know the world, that they know everything that they need to know?
Right.
Yeah.
Not high school sweethearts, but we grew up together. Like, it's a big difference.
So just going through those changes, growing through those changes, and coming up against life and difficulties in life and not knowing how to emotionally navigate those spaces. I think that had a lot to contribute to us really not knowing how to be husband and wife. I had an idea of, I'm, the wife, take care of the kids, and he's the husband, provide. But that was it for me. Like, that was it. Like, that was just the picture of what a marriage is all about. Granted that my parents been married for many, many years, but I never, what I saw was that. So knowing how to navigate the emotional spaces of being married and just the emotional spaces of you being yourself and growing, that was very difficult. So it caused, okay, so it caused, you see, what you interrupting me for? But it caused some tension, some frictions, and some things that wanted me to like seriously run. And if if it wasn't for God, really, I probably would have run multiple times.
All right, little quick backfill. So you already said a little bit, your parents were married for a little bit. Your parents are going on how many years of marriage now?
Ooh, 36, 37.
36, right? And my parents are on 47 years of marriage, right? They're still both together. Both our parents are still alive, right? And your grandparents had 50.
My grandparents and my
plus years before we lost
my grandmother passed about 3 years ago, I think, 2021
Something like that.
or 2020, 2021. And they had celebrated like a 50-year anniversary, and that was probably like 5 years prior. So they were together 60 plus years, if
Right.
not.
And I say that to say we had examples.
Examples.
Right? We had examples
Great
to follow, right? But
examples.
when you get into a relationship, you don't know as you're growing up as a kid, you don't know what they had to go through to get to 40 years, 50
Right.
years, all of these different years. So
And-
you learn all of that stuff on the go,
On the
right?
go, because it was never like no one actually sat us down and say, these are the things that you need to consider when you get married. These are the things that you're gonna have to
Right.
navigate. So we had to learn a lot on our own.
And so now into the question, when we got to those points where there were friction and there was thoughts or talks of breaking up, why did you feel that way? Did you have a feeling? Did you have a feeling?
I had many feelings.
Well, I know you was really clingy. I'm just saying, you was a little clingy.
Oh my God.
But I'm just saying, did you have feelings of breaking up? And if you did, what were they?
Okay, the question is for you as well. So
I asked you first.
Okay, so of course I had feelings. We all have feelings.
Okay.
And the feelings that I had was frustration, anger, resentment. I
Get into it. Let's talk about it.
I wouldn't say I hated you, because that's never it. There was always love, but it was just like, really, who is this person? Who did I marry? Like, who are you? those are the feelings that I had, and just like really disappointed and just hurt and sad. So there were emotional roller coasters, I should say.
Okay, for me, we went through a lot of growth, right? You can imagine being 21 and 22 years old. You know, still young, still got a lot of life in front of you, still don't know about a lot in life. And here we are growing through a lot of those things that you grow through as you come up. But we're doing this together in a relationship. In the middle of that, 9/11 happened. I moved from New York down to the D.C. area. Shout out to Montgomery College. I went to school out there in Maryland. And you came with me after you graduated from St. John's. So it's like we navigating through. We got a lot of movement, a lot of moving parts. So we're learning to move. We're learning to take care of a home.
This is prior. I'm sorry. But what you said was just prior marriage. So marriage was like.
Well, it's prior marriage, but we've been together for 25 years.
Yeah,
so allow me to talk.
Yeah.
Can I not? All right. So, we were navigating through all of these different things when we were coming up, and there were different times. Like you remember that movie Coming to America, where in the very beginning.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Where at the very beginning, Akeem was about to get married to the young lady at first, and he didn't know her. He didn't, he was just like, bark like a dog. Roof, roof, a big dog. Roof. That's how Davina was. I
wasn't barking like
to a degree, right? Like, and what I mean by that is she used like whatever you want, and it's like, yo, I kind of want to know what you think. I want your opinion to be a part of it. I want you to have a voice. But she deferred to me. And so I got kind of used to being deferred. And then she started finding her voice. And for me, it was just like, yo, why you talking? Like, I thought you just let me figure it out. Not, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Like, why are you all of a sudden having an opinion? Now I'm ready to just go in this direction.
Growth. Yeah.
It was, but I wasn't prepared for that change because I was just used to being the one making the decision. Whatever I said is whatever it was, because she never decided. Then she started decided. So that caused a little bit of a rift. And as we just continued to grow, we didn't grow apart. We continued to grow together. But there were just so many changes in our personalities, so many changes in just how we handled each other. And, we went through a lot of rough patches through there. There were just times where I just I didn't want to be with you. I didn't want to be with somebody. I felt like I was always living with somebody. I never really lived on my own. I need to kind of, fill my royal oats. Right. And I just wanted to be on my own. And not because I didn't want to be with her, but I didn't want to deal with her. And
this is prior marriage, right?
This is at the time. Okay. This is prior to us being married.
Yeah.
So we go through life. 7 years of being together, but not being married. And in the middle of that 7 years comes our oldest son. We were about together for 3-4 years when our oldest son came around. All right, we were together for 4 years when he came around, life was good. Life was good. We still going through some things, and then we hit like a rock bottom where, we separated for a little while.
Yeah, I left him.
Yeah, see, at least she admitted it this time, because she don't be. When I say you left, I didn't leave you. I didn't.
No. I never said I didn't leave you, because I did leave you. The reason why I left is because we had a child. And at that moment in time, things were so economically hard that someone had to make a decision to
to leave somebody else when they were at their worst. I get it. Yeah.
So you wanted me to stay with you at your worst, and all of us be at our worst, and we had a child that we had to take care of. So yeah, I made a decision.
I think we should have stayed, but it wound up working out. It wound up working out for the best.
I know it would. I know, because that's why I made the decision.
It just happened to work out for the best, right? It worked out. But I also joined the Navy out of that, right?
Yeah, so he had to really decide and make up his mind on what he was going to
things changed, right? But then we got married also. She came back because she couldn't live life without me and all these great things.
Don't sugarcoat the story now.
That wasn't the story.
You leaving out major pieces.
What was the did I miss some?
Yeah,
Go ahead, break it down there.
You did miss some piece. So I just didn't willy-nilly went back. There were some criteria that needed to be met for me to come back, because I wasn't gonna go back to a situation where there wasn't any commitment as far as longevity. We had a son, and it was like, you got to decide, are we going to be a family, a married couple, or what? So he had to make a decision.
Yeah, and I felt like I was afraid to commit because I was going to miss out on something, and it was like I wasn't out there like that. So what was I missing out on? So I figured, all right, she got me. I mean, all right, let's just go ahead and make it happen. And so we got married. That was that, right? But in all of that, we get married. It didn't just immediately change where things were and make things happy-go-lucky, all good. I mean, things did get better, mind you, but we were still going through our growth, right? We were still growing into our individual selves. We didn't even realize that at the time that we needed to grow individually. So that as we grow together, we can, kind of bring to the table, better parts of ourselves.
Yeah.
But the thing, as we continued to grow, there were so many different times. There was at least 2 or 3 different times I can think of. One recently, where we were having those conversations where we wanted to break up.
Yeah. After so many years of being married,
Yeah, and for me, a lot of those things, the reasons why I felt like I wanted to break up. A lot of those reasons were we had a lot of disagreement when it came to
communication.
Well, I wasn't gonna say that, so if you just let me talk for me. All right, so we had a lot of disagreement when it came to the boys and raising the boys, and me feeling undermined whenever I had something I needed to say to him. You played interference. You felt like you needed to protect them kind of from me, where you're always coming to their defense, and that I didn't like that, because I didn't need you to be protecting my boys from their father, and it just continued to happen. No matter how much I would talk to you about it. It just didn't change. That was one of the major points for me that I couldn't get past without just feeling real frustrated. The fact that you not only would you feel that way in that undermining me in front of the boys. With that, there were other things that I felt like you would undermine me. You would have these outbursts or whatever in front of whomever. Right. And I wasn't with that, but I let a lot of things slide, against my better feeling. I never would have put up with that. I don't even know why I did. I really don't, but I never would have and I give you that. But I never would have put up with a lot of the stuff I put up with. But I endured a lot of it for some reason, and that's because I had feelings for you. But a lot of the stuff that we went through came to a head at a point to where I was in the space to where I could do this by myself. I don't need to. I deserve happiness, and that's what I tell myself. I deserve happiness. I could be happy without you. And that's part of the reasons why I felt like I wanted to be done with you, in the past. Most recently, here's the thing: the longer you stay with somebody, you can have conversations and deal with issues that you have had in the past, but they just find a way to come back into your future, and maybe in a different form, in a different way. Maybe it's the same thing, and it just adds on to the frustrations that you've had, and it just keeps building up and building up. I got to the point recently, where it's a few months ago, right? We were going through it, and I got to the point to where I felt like you are just not going to change. This is just going to be you, and you're never going to get to the point to where you're going to see me as capable of fathering my own children, and now we got a grown man in this world, and a 16-year-old that's self-sufficient in everything he does. You're not going, like, we just kept going through that problem, and it was just like one little problem that persists turns into so many other problems that ain't really problems, but because this is a problem, and you just kind of, everything is a nitpick. I feel like I'm talking a lot.
You are talking a lot.
Well, why you ain't saying that?
I'm letting you, get your feelings
You just
out.
cut me off before,
No,
but now
no,
it's your turn to talk. Go
No,
ahead.
I wasn't cutting you off.
You were talking for me. You weren't cutting me off.
Okay, so I wanted you to have your opportunity to, speak
This
because
is her telling me I'm not gonna get to speak no more. That's
no, that's not it.
Oh, okay.
But you mentioned about you feeling undermined and me coming to the boys as their savior and whatnot. My intentions were never to undermine you. However, the experiences that we had together in our younger years and even with our boys, with those emotions and stuff and, things that were said and done, I felt unsafe. And I felt that I needed to protect myself as well, protecting the boys from your behaviors. And, that was something that affected you. And, even though I tried to change it, I still didn't feel safe enough to trust that you were capable of protecting us. So that's where that came from.
Okay.
So, and I believe that we had that conversation recently where I expressed that to you and, and explained to you the person that you were back then. God, you were like Jekyll and Hyde. You're Jekyll and Hyde. Like, literally, you'll be the sweetest person, and the next thing you're like the meanest person. And I wasn't able to say, you're constant because you weren't constant. And with you not being constant, I had to make sure that we were protected.
That's fair.
Yeah, so that's where that came from.
Is that a part of your reasons why you wanted to go? Because I don't think you answered the question yet.
I did answer the question.
Okay. All right, well then.
Part of my reasons were, your behavior, the way that you spoke to us, the emotional roller coaster, you would be on a high and then low, and it was unpredictable. And I think it had a lot to do with us not knowing how to communicate with each other as well.
Yeah, communication did have its part to play in it. So what made you feel? What are the reasons why you haven't gone anywhere besides me?
Yeah, besides you, I love you. I've always loved you. I will forever love you.
Cliche. All right, but what's the real reason?
I don't love you. It is not a cliche.
All right, no.
Because if it was a cliche, we wouldn't be together.
All right, so what's the other reasons?
So, the main reason, Mr. Booker, is because I love you. And it's not just I love you today and I hate you tomorrow. It's the I love you. We're going to go through this together. I see the good in you. And I understand that we're human beings and that we're not perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. But if we decide that we're going to go through this together, that we can make it through, that's what we decide we're going to do. Okay. And that was my decision. I'm deciding to work it out.
Well, I don't have as cliche an answer as you. The reason why I am still here today is because I stopped asking the question of what I stopped telling myself what I didn't like and what made me mad and what frustrated me. I stopped looking at those things and I started looking at myself. I started asking. I have confidence, man. My friends and my family, man. My brother, man. My sister, my homegirl, Meek. They were able to. I go to them and ask them anything. My parents even. I can go to them and ask them anything. And so I was talking to my homegirl and she had gave me something to listen to. From your boy Kurt, my man, shout to Kurt. He had mentioned that have you ever told your partner what is troubling you? And I'm thinking, man, I tell her all the time. You know what it is. You know what it is. And then I realized, the main issue, yeah, you know what it is. But all the little things that add up to it, I haven't ever verbalized because I just eat it. I eat it to myself, and I just, you know what, I don't even feel like arguing about it. I don't even feel like disagreeing. I don't feel like you making. I don't want to hear your voice about it, so I'm not even going to talk about it. And so I say nothing, and I never did say to you all the little things that there's so many things that you can that throw things off. The little things are the things that I didn't say to you over time that were truly bothering me, that you really didn't have any understanding or knowing about what I was feeling. So I started to look inside of me, and the reason why I feel like the reason why I'm still here is because I looked inside of me for the answer to my own. I felt like, and I told you this once. I felt like I was looking for you to provide me a level of happiness that you can't provide me. You can't. It's like I had to do that for myself, and so you gonna let me. So So
hold on. Pause for a second. I just want to agree with you on that about the level of happiness.
Thank you.
Wait. Let me just add something. Okay. So that was the same for me as well, and I realized that you can't make me happy.
Right.
I have to make myself happy and make myself whole, and fix the things in me that needs fixing.
Right.
So that reflection can be on you, where it's, I love you can feel the love and you can feel understanding. So I totally agree. Like, if you're looking for someone to make you happy, to fix things for you, to fix things in your life, it's not going to work.
All right.
Straight
So
up.
now you're getting to the real answers and getting off the cliche. All right. So what I learned, so what I and not only did I look into myself for that, but I started really working on my mindset, because I mean, just a few months ago, like I was at the point to where I was ready to be out, just a few months ago, and
he did not show
harder.
He showed his ass in those moments, and it's
Watch
like,
yes,
ASS, and all I did was just look at him like, okay. And that was it, because it's like, okay, you're talking crazy right now.
But really, at the end of the day, it is harder to walk away from a marriage than it is a girlfriend-boyfriend relationship or hookup. It's harder to walk away from a marriage, let alone a marriage that you have invested time in, and you have a family that you've built, and you want your family unit to stay whole. But I've always told myself to never stay together for the sake of the kids. It's like everybody in that relationship deserves happiness, and sometimes you staying together for the sake of the kids winds up, the kids see it all, like they see everything, and so there's a moment where you might be staying together to the detriment of the kids.
So we're talking about our experience. So we're not telling anyone to leave their marriages or divorce. This is not what we're saying. We're talking about our life and our experiences and how we navigate our marriage, and while we're still here. I just want to put that disclaimer out there, because I don't want anyone out there thinking that we're telling you to run. Because that's not what we're saying.
I double down. We're not
not
therapists.
advisors.
We don't give advice.
Yeah.
This is us telling you what we went through and what we did to overcome. There's a lot of conversations that had to happen. There's a lot of conversations that you over time you have to understand where the other person's coming from, and you got to sometimes agree to disagree. But at the end of the day, it ended for me with me. It had to be that I had to decide for myself what I wanted, one, and two, I had to be real with myself that I haven't been 100% open with you. And so I couldn't throw my marriage away knowing that I hadn't been 100% open, that I needed to be more transparent, and decide that to be my own happiness, to be the reason why I found my own happiness, not expecting that from anybody. And because I thought that was unfair to put on you, even though I thought it was your responsibility and it should have happened. But I have to make that happen for myself.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
Yeah, that's a lot. There's so much more, but
yeah, I mean, this is so much.
This
more.
is like,
yeah.
But outside of all of that, the journey that we've been on it's been good. Hindsight, it's been good. Like we have learned so much about ourselves and about being better for ourselves and being better for each other, and being better for our boys. And our marriage has actually allowed us to look inside ourselves and figure out what we want, you know, how we would like to communicate, you know, expressing ourselves, and just being transparent and vulnerable with each other, even if you think I'm gonna feel away or say something or whatnot. At least for me, I'm up to telling you how I feel.
Yeah, I think we
When
passed
I
the point
feel-
of you gonna get like the raw unadulterated. Like you might not like it, but
you might not like
just
it,
gonna
but
hear it.
you're gonna hear it
Yeah.
because I feel like you need to hear it, because if I'm feeling this way, then, you know, I want you to understand why I'm feeling this way and where I'm at, so you can understand how to handle me with care, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that's what we got for today.
That's what we got for today.
So
It's a lot more to go, a lot more to
go.
say.
So if you're going through life, love, transitions, anything like that, that's what we're all talking about.
Yeah,
So
and give yourself grace. Give yourself grace and give the other person grace, because we're all human beings and we all make mistakes. But at the same time, take responsibility and accountability for your actions, because without that, then there's no room for change, because you have to know what you need to change to actually change it.
this is it's our journey.
Yes,
so
this is our journey.
subscribe and grow with
Subscribe
us.
and grow with us.
I just said that.
I know
just
you
said
did.
it. All right.
I'm echoing.
All right, bye.
Bye.